Greetings, loved ones. Today we're going to talk about why some survivors minimize their abuse and when this coping mechanism can actually be a good thing. Help us get these messages out. Please subscribe to our channel, follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Hit the like button and the notification bell, and please share these messages with others because you never know. Just by doing so, you could save a life. As an abuse survivor, have you ever said to yourself or someone else, it's really not that bad, or he's never actually hit me, or, well, it only happens when he's drinking? Statements like these are our brain's attempts to minimize abuse or make it seem as though it's not as bad as it is, and it's very normal. When you minimize certain things, it's as if they're not really there, says Ambrose Pass-Turner, a clinically certified domestic violence counselor with a doctorate in counseling psychology. Says minimization is a coping mechanism to get through difficult times. Survivors minimize for other reasons as well. They may minimize because they want to believe deep down in their heart that the abuser loves them, says Nikki Martinez, a psychologist and licensed clinical professional counselor, or they may minimize the situation because their abuser does. People who abuse are so good at power and control. They're able to convince their partners that there's nothing else for them. And then survivors might begin to think to themselves, well, maybe this isn't so bad. Minimization has a time and it has a place. It has benefits and it has drawbacks. It can be healthy to some extent to be able to do the things you need to do in the short term, like take care of your children. It can also hinder a person by not allowing them to deal with things, and if we don't deal with the things going on in our lives, says Pass-Turner, it makes it difficult to see what's happening and to get out. Martinez agrees that the coping mechanism can be helpful and useful in certain situations. She says minimization might serve a survival purpose at the time if it's not safe to leave yet. However, she cautions against minimizing abuse in the long term. Martinez says that some people get in this cycle where they go from abuser to abuser to abuser, and if you're not being truthful with yourself about the abuse, you'll never break the cycle. Additionally, minimizing too frequently may prevent you from recognizing the amount of danger you're in. Learning the warning signs of possible lethal behavior, those could be life-saving. So how do we stop minimizing? Both Pass-Turner and Martinez agree that building self-esteem is the best way to see abuse for what it is. Pass-Turner says there are a lot of people who feel like this is what they deserve. I deserve to be treated like this. I'm no good. Nobody will love me. She says it takes working on their self-esteem to get them to see the real picture and give them a reality check. Having healthy self-esteem can help you recognize and walk away from the abuse. Martinez says that we attract how we feel about ourselves. So if we feel bad about ourselves, we're going to attract the type of people who are going to take advantage of us. With counseling or support group, you could come to the realization that you deserve more and you can start breaking the pattern. When you have self-esteem, you won't stand for a situation at the first sign of abuse. And abuse, whether physical, psychological, or social, it all has lasting effects. With 1 in 3 women experiencing domestic violence worldwide, the question is not if you'll encounter a victim of violence. The question before God is, what will you do when you do encounter them? You could be the person who saves a life. You are called. We are all called to be champions for justice. And those who suffer violence, they need to know that those who love them, and even those who don't even know them, will step out and reach out to them to give them the help and the courage they need to leave before it is too late. Help us get these messages out. Subscribe to our channel. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Hit the like button and the notification bell, and please share these messages with others because you really could save a life. You could send a video to somebody and then they recognize they're in a dangerous situation, or they recognize someone in a dangerous situation, and that person can be rescued out of it. If you're a victim of violence, you've been listening to the lies way too long, and I want you to know the truth. The truth is that you are valued, you are loved, you are intelligent, and you are beautiful. God does not want you to suffer violence. He wants you to live free from violence in peace and tranquility. There is a way out. You are not trapped. It is not your fault. Abuse is not love. If you're a victim of violence, reach out to someone. If you find yourself in a dangerous situation, call 911 for help. Tomorrow, we're going to talk about what victim blaming sounds like. Until then, God bless you.